the number 21 player on ESPN's Top 50 Big Board, which is Texas Tech defensive tackle Lee Hunter. Will, I know you got some things to say about him, so I'm going to have you start again. Tell us about Lee Hunter.
All right. Listen. I am
You know it's
right
bad when Will
around
starts like that.
I am right around the same size as this dude, okay? Height and weight combo, I'm right around the same physical stature of this dude. Okay, so when I am talking here, I'm talking as a true comp. The difference
Same
is,
athletic ability, too.
The difference is I have not just spent the last years of my life in college where I have top-of-the-line training facilities and meal plans and all of this stuff. Okay, I'm going to run down our strengths here on the list. Impressive upper body strength. Absolute truth. Difficult to move with one-on-one blocks. Possibly the hardest to move. Because he's listed at 320, there is no way. I don't know what he weighed in the combine. I don't know. I don't know what he weighed in the combine, but he was for sure drinking castor oil and just emptying the bowels to get that weight down. Anyway, makes consistent plays in the backfield. He is an unbelievable run stopper. This dude, when he's got some of the strongest arms and vice grips for hands, when his hands get on you, you're going down. Because he's a big dude who's just laying on you, and you just can't get up. That's just what's happening. Now, I do want to pull up his combine numbers because I do believe I read that he had ground scraping vertical. I believe that was the exact quote, which, in case you're wondering, is not a good thing.
Just while you're pulling that up, just to tell you guys how bad of an athlete he is.
Ground scraping vertical.
Yeah.
That's the one.
He put up a score of a 53 athleticism score.
That's the one.
Is bad. That's bad.
All
That's
right.
horrible.
He 5'18", 5.18 40-yard dash. That is actually rather fast. It is not fast for the people, but for what you're thinking the nose tackle is going to be, I'm not mad about this man running a 5'18". The problem is his 1.78 or 1.79 10-yard split. That's what really matters more. We're talking nose tackles and you're talking offensive linemen. The 40, who cares? These guys are never running 40 yards on a play in their life. Throw that number away. What you care about more is the 10-yard split, and he's doing 10 yards in almost 2 full seconds, and that's a problem. That is too slow. 21.5-inch vertical jump, 8'4" broad jump. That is nothing. This dude can't even dunk. And listen, I can't dunk either, but I'm not a 23-year-old college athlete. I just, without trying to say he's a fat sack of crap, I'm trying to find another way to say it. He is so unathletic. He is unbelievably unathletic. When I was trying so hard to find good things to say about this man. I watched probably 30 minutes worth of his highlight films. Never once was a highlight of his with a double team. Every single highlight of his is one-on-one, and he is unblockable one-on-one because of his sheer size and strength. The problem is he bends at the waist. He bends at the waist and leans on you, and if you step back, he's falling flat on his butt because he no longer has a center of gravity. And so if you let him in on you, he leans in, and he's not bending at his knees, he's bending at the waist, he's going to fall flat on his face. He is slow, he's unathletic, but he does do things very good. He will stay on the line of scrimmage. He gets his head across. He reads the run very well. He has no pass rush. In the NFL, when people can just outrun him, and by people I mean just regular offensive linemen can just outrun him, he's going to just get swept under the rug as like, oh, well, this guy didn't make it. Just like last year, that dude that was, I think he was in the Buccaneers, and they wouldn't let him play because he had to get his weight down.
Oh, yeah, Desmond Watson.
That's the dude. Yeah,
he never officially made the team, though.
Sure, I think we're going to be in a very similar scenario where Lee Hunter will get drafted probably late first round, maybe early second round, and he'll get on the team, and they won't let him play. You are not athletic enough to get on the field with these other actual athletes because when you see it, you see it in high school sports a lot more, and Yeah, pretty much just in high school sports, because it doesn't happen at the collegiate level or the professional level. When one team is physically worse than the other team, they are just so different. That's when the least athletic and the least physical team starts getting hurt. These players cannot physically keep up, and everyone just gets hurt. Same thing here. He has the strength to do it, but he does not have the physical athleticism to keep up with the athletes that are offensive linemen now. And if you don't think an offensive lineman is an absolute athlete, go ahead and watch those guys on the combine. They ran today, March 1st. Watch those guys do their leg drills and their footwork drills. These guys are just so athletic nowadays because they have to be because of the speed of the game. And Lee Hunter does not measure up athletically. Incredibly strong when he gets his hands on you. He will not let go. He is going to be a hole in the defense.
Yeah, no, I agree with Will. I think that coming from someone we just went from, just saying this guy is just consistent, just all around, solid player. Here's a guy that plays football when he's physically able to, that does one thing, very well. And that is, it's like, hey, dude is gambling it all on every one of these pass rushes where it's like bending at the hips. It really just takes one intelligent lineman to just be like, I'm gonna call this guy's bluff. It reminds me of Joaquin Phoenix's character in Signs. He was this dude. He was going to play baseball, and he had like the most strikeouts like ever. And this whole thing was just like it felt wrong not to swing, and that's just kind of what this reminds me of a little bit. But also, yeah, dude is severely, severely unathletic, and it's kind of strange. I feel like we have been shitting on, sorry, Dad, these Texas Tech defenders. Like is this the third? Is this the fourth one or just the third? Because I know this is definitely the third. But anyway,
Have we done
all
two
of
others?
these guys.
I think it's just David Bailey and Lee Hunter.
Was it not another one? Maybe there wasn't.
There will be another one in Jacob
was.
Rodriguez coming up soon, but not yet.
I think it's just the two of them now.
Oh, shoot. All right. Well, either way, yeah. Rough. It's strange. I mean, they played in the Big 12. They had a pretty good schedule. They won a lot of games. They got beat down by Oregon. Barely, but I mean, they won that game. But no, I think that this guy it's going to be one of those things where, yeah, the training staff is going to have to make sure they get this guy on not only a plan, like a diet plan, but like just a exercise routine. This ground scraping vertical is brutal. But however, I will say, I bet money this man can run faster than all three of us.
Oh, for sure, 100%. He can outrun me.
Which is the funniest thing. That's the funniest thing. Is a 5'18". No, I'm like, I don't even know if I could run that.
I can't. I know I can't.
Next time we're all together, we're going to run a 40 for sure.
That's fine. I'll do it.
4 times. We got to go in the draft combine ourselves. Figure out how bad we are.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Go ahead, Will.
Just one more thing here real quick. To keep bringing it back to basketball, my biggest fear here is you're going to get like a Greg Oden or like a Zion Williamson, right? You've got all this power, all this potential. Your career is going to be riddled with injury. I'm often surprised when I hear Zion's actually in. Oh, yeah, Zion's playing tonight. Oh, really? That surprises me. But he's just so consistently hurt because he's too powerful for his body. His body got too big and too powerful without his ligaments keeping up with it. And that is the problem. And I think it's going to be Lee Hunter's problem as well, is he's too big and too powerful for his ligaments. I truly think that's why he bends at the waist more than bending with his knees, because his knees can't drive him the way that he can just use his upper body strength. Also, Mark Davis's haircut still sucks.